Let's do this today, guys. Child's pose. Beautiful wide knees, please. Big toes touching. There is an exercise we're going to be doing today, which I'm really struggling with my shoulder, and I did it the other day, and I was in agony after, so I'll try and avoid it if I can, but I'll demo it. So I want you to just extend your arms. When you reach your arms forward, I want you to come up onto your fingertips, lift your eye gaze, and lengthen out through your spine. So you're looking forward, pushing your buttocks firmly down into your heels. Extend your elbows, take your arms close together, and then keeping that extension, just drop your head and chest down with the arms still reaching. Take your fingertips as far forward as they can go, and then settle into this breath, expanding through the rib cage as you inhale, and sinking down on your exhalation. So your arms are always active. Press your buttocks firmly back into your heels. If this isn't for you, you can lift your bottom up and reach further in that back position. Now our arms are going for a walk over to the left. You're going to slide your left hand on top of your right and reach into a C curve, pulling your right hip bone back into your right heel. So I'm almost completely angled out to the side. So have a look at me, all the way up. That's it, get full stretch. And then as you drop your right arm and your head down, you're pulling your right hip bone back to your heel. We take it straight over to the other side, moving your arms, side bending, reach as far as you can go. Right hand on top of left, pull the arm, side bend, banana shape through that upper body. Let it back into that left heel. 4 deep breaths, continue to expand through the rib cage. Take 1 more deep breath. And then release the hands, bring your hands forward. Take 1 more breath as you slide your arms a little bit wider this time. And then begin to lift your bottom from your heels. And if you can, drop your chin to the floor, chest to the floor. Leave your bum in the air. Just go as far down as you possibly can with your arms extended. And then slide yourself back in again. Come onto your elbows and forearms. Bring the knees back underneath your hip bones. Tucking the toes under. We're going to take a breath in. On the exhale, lift up and press down into your heels as you squeeze the belly, lift your hips up high. Inhale, bend your knees either all the way back to the floor or to a hover, and your eye gaze goes forward. We exhale, lengthen back up. Heel to the floor, extend the knees. Inhale, hover, exhale to fold. Breath in, we move back up into that dolphin position, heels down. And then bend those knees again to a hover. Eye gaze comes forward, back flat. Lift up again. Bend those knees, hover or to the floor. Abs on. And lift it. So we're going to do that 1 more time. Breath in, exhale, put down. Eye gaze forward, stay in that hover. And lower your knees to the floor. Bring yourself up onto your hands. Reset your spine, nice flat back. Take your left leg behind, lift it and your right arm forward, palm facing down. We take a squeeze out to the corners of the room. We come back in, we take a curve through the spine, sucking the belly in tight, create that lovely arch through the spine, and then lift and lengthen again. Hello, out to the side, back to center, curl it. And reach. Out, abduction of the shoulder and the hip, back to center, curl it up. 3 more. Right, Marianne? Yeah, good. Good. Last one. And then as we drop our hands, flex the foot, toes to the floor, hands slightly further forward, and just push back into that leg and stretch the back of the calf. So your bottom will lift up a little bit. Lean your weight as much as you can into that back leg. Really feel that wonderful stretch down the back of the knee through the top of the calf. And then bring the knee in. Drop back down to your elbows into lifting those fingers again. And then we're going to lift up into dolphin again. Never grip on them. I'm too cold to take my top off. Yeah, exactly, isn't it? Oh, see, it's really cold in this room. I mean, after about 10 minutes, we're all right. Now, slide those toes back a little bit more. And let's roll our bodies forwards into a plank and lift our hips all the way back up. Starting to warm up our abs. So use this opportunity for a stretch at the top and exercise as you drop down. Your shoulders naturally come in front of the elbows. If you need to drop it down a level, drop to your knees, lift your bum back up, and then lengthen out and lift up high. So that's your alternative. Coming down, pushing up, and lift. 4 more. Squeeze those abs in nice and tight. Keep it slow. 1 more. And we drop ourselves down into a plank, knees off the floor if you can, and hold here. 20-second hold, just in the plank position. Take a long deep breath in, squeeze the butt, tuck the tailbone, suck the belly in tight, and then we gently drop ourselves down to the floor. Bring your forehead onto your hands, relax for a second. Take your knees wide, and then bring your heels together and press them in. We take a breath in, exhale, lift the thighs off the floor. Drop back down. And again, up we go. And release. Squeeze it. Release it. So try and turn your toes out, like Charlie Chaplin. So you get a little bit more activation in the inner thighs. And your heels are pushing together. That's what's activating the opening of the knees and the inner thigh press. Lift up. Just give me 2 more like this. And then if you wish, we take a breath in. We exhale, lift up. We lengthen the legs out to a wide V, keeping the thighs and knees off the floor, pull back together and drop it back down. So we lift, we extend out, we close, and we release. In the mirror, I look completely unequal. Don't do this. Something's not right. Now, if you want to add more to it, we can lift the upper body, reach away, bring back together, and drop back down. The hard part of this is finding your heels again. Yeah. So just keep going. Well, cool. Release. Up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together if you're lifting the upper body up. And if you want more, we slide the fingers to the temples. We lift. We open out, wide star. We pull back in and we release down. We lift up. Reach, big wide position through the legs and arms and down. Just another 2. Lift. Open. Back. 1 more. Pull in. And release it down. Take your rhythm in the hips. Quite strong on the lower back straight away there. So just give them the release. Bring the legs close together. Take both your arms forward, so you're making a very narrow position through the body. Now we're going to float those legs up again. You're going to bend one heel, reach around, tap the foot, return, the legs stay hovered, the arms drop down, the head and chest stay hovered. Reach, back, press the heels, and back down again. So the body is active the whole time. Lovely shoulder mobility work. Make sure you reach and squeeze into that shoulder blade, curling into the hamstring, keeping those legs hovered and squeezed together. Now, if you've got your arms pressed to the floor, don't punch the shoulders up to the ears. Keep them away. Come on, let's lift up. Remember, I've got an advantage because I have ridiculous arm. Okay, let's go 4 more. Reach. Get that thigh off the floor. Squeeze those back extensor muscles. Spine working and extension. Last 2. 1 more into your right leg. Then come back to center. Bend your left heel in. Catch around your foot. Drop your thighs, your head and chest down to the floor. So the spine then just sinks. Then slide your knees together, push your heel into your buttock, and at the same time, push your hips and upper thigh down into the ground, so your kneecaps off the floor. So if you struggle to get your leg, roll onto your right side and catch it on your side. And stretch there instead. So your options is to stay here, stretching the quad. Keep the knees squeezed together. If you want to take it further forward, right arm to the floor, lift your head and chest, and push the foot into your hand and extend the left arm. If you want more, raise the arm and raise your right leg into a hover, 10-second hold. So if you're doing it on your side, pull your heel to your bottom, push your knees together.
I really am struggling just to kind of understand you today. I think my brain is just not, whatever you're saying, I'm like, I don't get what you're saying. What do you mean?
So hold it, guys, like this, and then push your knees together. And then push your hips forward. Drop down wherever you are. If you're on your side stretching, just hold it for a brief moment. That's it. Let go, Mark, let go. Release back onto your tummy. A little wriggle in the hip. Well, I'm hoping you can't blame it on my strange Chinese accent today.
No, it's me.
Language.
Brain is not computing simple instructions.
It's just a sign of tiredness.
Menopause, isn't it?
And that too.
Yeah.
But your hair looks nice. You've had it done.
I haven't.
Coloured.
Just brushed it.
Oh, it looks coloured.
I haven't coloured it for weeks.
Oh, right. Well, I don't know what I'm seeing, but it looks good. I'm usually quite observant. Hands underneath the shoulders. Pick yourself up and just go into a lovely cat stretch at the top. So let's just stretch out the body. Take a little wriggle, sway side to side. Just imagine you're kind of like opening out the sides of the rib cage, sway over one side to the other. And then set yourself up in a nice straight spine. Our right leg's going up this time behind, and our left arm's going forward. I'll try and keep my instructions as simple as possible.
It genuinely is not you, it is me. So
But I can help you by being by simplicity of instructions. Okay, out to the sides. Into the center, we curl it under. And we extend and repeat. So try and keep it slow and controlled. Keep that buttock fired up. Hip bones facing the floor. Take my top off. Sporting a nice bright orange today. Lots of people wearing bright colours today. Marian's got the pinks going on, Marian's got the pinks going on, Mark's got his blue. Can't see what Anthony's wearing, it's too small from here. Blue. Boys wear blue, girls wear pink. That's right. And orange. 2 more. What we're doing. Now on that last one, we're doing a squeeze out, lower your hand to the floor, press that foot back into the ground, hands a little bit further forward, lift your hips up as you push your way into the heel. Lovely stretch into the palm. Now this time we slide the left foot to join, walk your feet in and bring yourself into a downward facing dog position. Once you're here, I want you to walk your dog, bending and extending the legs. Now as you do this, feel your chest just melting down a little bit more towards the thighs. And then pause and come into the center and push your heels to the ground and make it a strong stretch. We're going to raise the left leg up off the floor, open the hip, bending the knee and turning our hip out to the left, but try and keep your right leg dead straight, parallel, and heel pressed to the floor. Shoulders stay as neutral as possible so you're not spinning out of that position. Take one more breath in, extend the leg high to the sky, square your hips off, and then float your body forward, pulling the knee under towards your right wrist, sinking the hip, then kicking the leg all the way back up. Now, if you want to do this on your knee instead to make it a little bit easier, then you'll slow the whole process down. So if you can do it on your knee, kick the leg behind and do a tuck under, slightly angled over to the elbow, and then kick it back again. Yeah, so you're doing that one instead. Squeeze, pull it under. So just most important thing is you're still moving your bodies. Try not to pause in the motion. Come forward, abs fired, take it up. So 4 more, no matter where you are. Remember to sink that left hip down, to work a little bit deeper into your core. 2 more. One more. And as we bring that knee forward, we drop into it completely. So I'm going to create a 90-90 angle on the legs. Take it into a little bit of a buttock stretch at the front. Just drop down to your elbows and stretch into that left side. Try and take your weight further forward as you sink and drop the chest towards the thigh. Shoulders away from the ears. You want to go further, take hold of the foot, take it more to a right angle, and take your body weight further towards the foot, and that will enhance the stretch. Now we're going to transition back up, hands to the floor, slide that leg back, downward facing dog. Right leg up to the sky, open the knee out, bend the heel to the bottom, and open the hip to the right. Squeeze the heel into the bum. And then press your left leg dead straight, heel to the floor, melt your chest towards that thigh. Breathe, then lengthen the legs straight back up, square the hips off, they're both facing forward. And let's take it to the other side. We drop forward, knee to opposite elbow, sink the hip down, and then press it all the way back. Option, remember, to be your knee, come forward, twist it, and kick it behind. So your obliques turn your hip to pull that knee towards the elbow. Now don't bend your left leg. That stays dead straight the whole time. Really work on that strong downward facing dog as you push your chest back. 3 more on this side. On your last one, you pull your knee through. Hello? Yes, that's right. Just by the door, please. Thank you. Just by the door, thank you. Delivery. It's my gate. Okay, so we're sinking down into that stretch from this side. Once you're in that comfortable place, come forward and stretch that right buttock. Wow, the professionalism, hey?
That's good. So real life doesn't always wait until class is finished or the end of the day.
My deliveries. Of course, it's going to come out every second and minute of the day. It comes right now. So if you want more, take hold of the foot, take it up to more of a 90-degree angle and reach your chest down towards the foot. So you're really pressing weight into that right hip. Now, what we're going to do from here, we're not going to push ourselves back up. We're going to stay on this side. So you stay on your right side and bring yourself onto a slight kind of banana position. So my right arm is to the corner of the mat here, and my feet is that corner. And I've just got my hip back from the center of the mat. So you should kind of create that little banana shape. This is the exercise that screwed my shoulder the other day, okay? So I'm going to show you anyway. Hand to the side of the head. It starts off pleasant. So we're going to lift the knee in. And what I want you to do is just be slightly elevated so there's a tiny gap underneath your armpit. So we pull the knee, the elbow behind the knee, and then we drop the head back down as we bring the legs back together. So pull in, kick away, oblique. So in, and if you want, you can just slightly lift up and drop down. So I'm just going to demonstrate it supporting my head, so I'm not really doing much with my obliques. So I'm doing a really easy version that no one's allowed to do. Now that knee, Mark, is coming up to the sky and going up and around. So lift it up high, that's it. But the elbow still stays behind the thigh if possible. Now we carry on with this exercise. We simply do it with a straight leg. So the leg comes up, it rotates, you pull in, and you drop back down. You lift up and back down. So usually when we do side exercises, I'm always very strict about keep those hip bones facing forward. But this, I want you to really utilize the hip joint. Open it up and squeeze the left side of your obliques as you pull up. You can lower your head and shoulder. You can lift your head and shoulder blade off the floor. Pick what works for you. 4 more of these. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And 1. Now, just drop your legs down. Take a brief moment. We're going to repeat that whole thing, but we're going to do it with our legs floating off the floor. Okay? So, engage your abs. Lift the legs so they're floating. Hand to the side of the head. Bend that top knee and pull it in again. Now, this time, if you want more, you can lift all the way up into your elbow and drop all the way back down to your shoulder blade. Make sure those legs are slightly in front of you, otherwise it will really get uncomfortable on that hip bone. I'm just going to stop lifting myself up for now because that's where I have myself. I really need the shoulders to get better. 2 months now. Right, 4 more with the knee bend. You should be starting to feel this now on that left buttock and that left side of your tummy. And as soon as you've done your last one, carry on with a straight leg, lifting it up. And if you want, reach up to your toes with that left hand. I want you to keep your leg dead straight, and that's where it starts to get hard. Marion, you find can't speak again. Marion, you'll find it easier if your arms are here because you get elevation. Or you might find it harder. Come on, let's go. Squeeze up. Drop it. 4 more. Exhale, lift. Touch those toes. Squeeze the sides of those abs. If it's getting your back, you need to roll more into your buttock. Come on, lift. 1 more. And then hold those legs to a hover. Hold those legs to a hover and pulse them up and down. Now rest that top leg on your bottom leg, so the inner thigh is doing the work. So you've taken all the pressure off the top leg, And the work is now coming to the bottom leg, and then you're squeezing your abs like you're doing a little mini crunch. Hold that and press. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Bend that top knee and put it in towards your shoulder. So left arm loops around the shin or hand. Put it up towards the sky. So this will help actually to now lift your head and rest it on your hand. So your elbows on the floor. Now, if you've got a band, grab it now. If you know you're quite flexible in those hamstrings, loop your fingers around the big toe and straighten your leg up to the sky. Stretch the hamstring, draw the toes in and down towards you, but open the hip out behind you. So the leg's going backwards, but the hip's coming forward. Lovely. And just breathe into that hamstring. That's jumping. No, this is. Don't worry. Sounds a bit like it, doesn't it? Yeah. It's one of my favourite songs. Don't even know who it's from, isn't it? Let's stretch a little bit further. Get those toes down. Straighten the knee. Open the leg a little bit further away. And then release. Drop the knees together. Take the top arm. Take hold of the wrist. And take a little stretch. So push the hips to the sky. So you're creating a little arch underneath the rib cage. And then bring yourself up. Spin around and sit on your bottom with your legs out. Ben Howard. Okay, put your fingers behind you, lift up tall. Raise your arms. Interlace the fingers, push your palms to the sky. Straightening out the arms, dropping the shoulders, so getting a beautiful straight spine. We're going to bring our arms down in front of us and open our shoulder blades. So squeeze your fingers together as if you're pulling them apart and then open forward. I can't just do that, so I'm going to just stay here. So you'll feel a bit more of a curvature in the spine. Shoulder blades. Lift up tall. Release your hands. Reach. So my hands stay level with my shoulders, unless, of course, they don't like it, then drop them down lower. Keeping that curve. Think back. We open, we twist immediately around to the side, so the arms stay level with the shoulder, back to center, and to the other side. Then we come back to center, hands together. We roll up, stay curved to the spine, and reach forward. Roll back. Open. Close. Open. Close. Roll forward, reach. Roll back. You can go a little bit lower if you wish. Open. Close. Open. Now I want you to make a point of really squeezing your thighs together to help stabilize your pelvis a little bit more. Open. Roll it. Squeeze it. Okay, so on our next one, we roll forward, we roll back, and we open 4 times to the right. So squeeze, close the hands, squeeze, close. 2 more, squeeze those thighs. Other side, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands together, reach forward. Catch your feet. Bend your knees to do so, or use a band. Lengthen up your spine. And fold. Stretch your hamstrings however you wish. You want to bend and extend, one leg at a time. Do so. See if you can get your chest to your thighs. Drop your chin down. See if you can lift your heels off the floor. Take a couple more breaths. Go deeper and deeper into the stretch. And then slide yourself. Roll the shoulders back. Just reach behind and lift chest. Pull back forwards. Lengthen up. Bring your hands back together again. Pistol grip with the arms, the hands. Sink back. So we're going to stabilize here. The legs are going to move. We're going to lift and reach to the toes, dropping back down for 1. Reach, 2. So you might want to dive down and reach up. 3, 4, 5. So the challenge here is to keep the legs straight. If it's not for you, bend. That's also fine. This is an abdominal workout, so if your legs are your restriction, bend them. Come on, reach. 6 more. Reach it. Last 3. One more. And catch that left leg. So bend it if you need to. Walk up it, catch the foot. And then sit tall. So work on extension of the spine and then extend the leg if you can. So use the mirror for postural reasons. You want to put your shoulder blades together, your chest elevates. Can you release the leg and hold it there? Woo, sink back. Lower that leg down. Lift your right leg up. Catch it. Bend the knee to walk up. Grab around the foot and sit tall. Once you've got that perfect postural position you can get, then extend the leg. Keep growing taller, 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 chest up, shoulders back, legs straight. My leg's not going straight on this side. Too tight. Hold it. Keep the leg there, sink back. And then we're just slowly going to go down towards the floor as we drop the leg down. Once you hit the floor, roll over onto your left side. Let's do what we did on this side. So taking our feet to the corners of the mat. Okay, I'm really confused.
It's all right because I was head the other way.
Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah, you should be facing the same way. Yeah. Flip over, Mark. You need to be lying on your left side. So that banana shape through the body. You rest down, but you then just slightly lift your head and you have that little gap underneath your armpit. Hand to the side of the head, and we pull up and we just drop our head to neutral as the leg pushes away. Can't see what Anthony's doing. He's so tiny in that corner. We should put him on a big screen, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
So we do 4 more like this, and then we extend that right leg and just carry on.
Sitting down in some chips.
Yeah, drink a can of lager.
Yeah.
So don't stop, just go straight leg. Lifting up, reaching back and down. Really difficult to keep your leg dead straight when you lift it up to the sky. It just naturally kind of bends. Yeah.
Something like that.
Work those tummy muscles. Halfway. 7. do what I did when it was hurting my shoulder. I just stayed here,
It's hurting my neck.
yeah, support it, and then just work in a little crunch there. What are we on? 2 more? And then lower it down. Take a brief moment of relaxation. Top of the legs. Come up a little bit higher on the arm if you wish. And you can get a little bit more movement here. So as you pull the knee up, you can drop down into your shoulder blade and then pull back up again. You have to position your arms and legs into the right place to make it work. Oh my gosh, this really hurts this side. Yeah, me too. It's like a completely different side of my body, like which it is. It's like it's not my body. The other side didn't really hurt. No, this is my shoulder side as well. Oh, 4 more with the knee bent. Keep those legs hoppers if you can, and we go to straight leg. And if you wish, reach. If it's hurting, just literally stay on your side and work the mobility of the leg like that.
No,
With your,
it just felt like it was going to stitch there. And it
or
just,
like cramp up.
yeah, so I just thought, oh, hang on, just stop.
Come on, let's do work this hard. Reach. 3, 2, one more. And 1. Now drop the legs down, stay in a hover, drop your head down, relax through that part of your body. Keep your legs slightly in front and pulse, press them up and down, little pulses. Rest the top leg on the bottom leg, so the inner thigh on your left leg is doing the work. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop. When you're ready, come up onto your elbow, rest your head in your hand, pull that knee and tuck it in towards your armpit. If you use a band on the other side, you might use it again now. It does help to bend that front leg a little bit more if you want a bit more support. It might help to open up your hip. And when you're ready, catch hold of your big toe or use a band to extend the leg up, straight, out behind you, but draw the right hip forward. So ideally, the toes are drifting above your shoulder. If they're not, push them further back. And just extend as much as you can, bend the arm. Just a couple more breaths here, go deeper into it. Pull the toes further down towards you. Then we're going to just ease off, release the band, you hold your band, bend the knee, and drop the legs back down together. Extend the top arm, reach the top leg away, and lift the rib cage and the hips up towards the sky. Just get a little stretch down the side of the body. And then when you're ready, bring yourself up, spin around again, come to your hands and knees. Tuck your toes when you're ready. And we're going to down facing dog. Walk through it. Oh my gosh, that's time. Okay, we've got a few minutes to finish this off. So we're going to lift our left leg up to the sky, keeping it straight this time. Rock forward through the body, and we're going to take the knee to the outside of the left elbow, kick it back up. And again, out, 2. Forward, option spin on your knee, pull it forward, and then kick it back behind you. So you can put it forward and high, and kick it up. Just give me 8, guys, give me 8. What are we on, is that 6? Yes. When we've done our 8, kick that leg up to the sky one more time. Up to the sky, as high as it can go, look forward, and then come down into pigeon. Stretch the buttocks, stay equally if you can. And then drop down into the stretch. Now, if you don't want to do pigeon, rather than sitting in seated hurdle, because we've already done that, you can just spin around and put your left ankle over your right knee and sit tall through the spine and stretch it there. That's your alternative. If you're comfortably in pigeon, slide your right knee a little bit further back if you can. Take your left foot a little bit further up towards your right elbow and just relax down 10 seconds, staying in this stretch. Now we're going to come back up into downward facing dog. So find your position when you're ready. Once you're there, bend the knees, lift your bottom high, extend the heel to the floor. Make a beautiful triangle position for the body. Right leg comes up to the sky. We pivot forward onto the tips of the toes of the left foot. We pull the knee to the outside of the right elbow and kick it up for one. So if you want the knee option, you just come forward, rock your body forward, push your body back and lengthen the leg behind. Rock your body forward and push it back behind. Come on, lift that leg up high. Don't let that left knee bend. 3 more. The last one, we all take that leg up to the sky. Up, 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 up. And then flight forward into pigeon. Sit tall, find a stretch. Or sit on your bottom and bend your left knee with your right foot over your knee. And drop down. 30 seconds, let your whole body just sink into the stretch. Now we're just going to simply float into the buttock, bring yourself around and come into a cross leg position. Put your fingertips down by your side, raise your right arm side, your left arm and come into a little side bend. The arm up and swap to the other side. Relax through the shoulders. Raise the arms, fingertips to the floor, shoulders back and down, lift up. Interlace the fingers, full body stretch up, upper body stretch to the sky. Drop the shoulders, lengthen the elbows. Take your arms back, lift the chest. And then bring your hands down, bow, clap. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, we did a little bit of a 5 minute shorter one there, but I have another class.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.